Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ishaan, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down the full technical analysis, price target, and my exact strategy to profit off Cardano. So make sure you stick around till the end of the video, and if you want to learn technical analysis for yourself, be sure to check out the Gen Z Trader Academy down below. So now the reason Cardano is soaring while every other cryptocurrency like Bitcoin is crashing is because good old Elon Musk put out a tweet essentially saying that Tesla is suspending vehicle purchases using Bitcoin. Essentially, he's saying that they're concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions. Essentially, he's saying that Bitcoin is not environmentally friendly and that overall the energy per transaction is too high for Tesla, considering that they're an EV manufacturer, and in a way their goal is to make the environment better, not worse. So as a result of that, they're suspending, purchases. And he even put out a tweet with over 3.9 million people voting that yes, they should be accepting Dogecoin instead of Bitcoin as a payment. So honestly, that's pretty funny and cool, but this is also one of the big reasons why Cardano is seeing a massive spike, because Cardano is now being seen as a much better alternative to Bitcoin, which Tesla could be using. The reason being is that if we take a look at Cardano, they're actually behind Dogecoin, but they're the number 3 most environmentally friendly cryptocurrencies. They use about 0.5479 kilowatt per hour consumption per transaction. We got XRP at number 1, Dogecoin at number 2, and Cardano at number 3. So now the problem with XRP, as we know, is that there's a lot of controversy around it. The US Securities and Exchange announced a lawsuit against Ripple, and overall I think they would just be a controversial pick. Then there's Dogecoin, which could easily be picked by Elon Musk because it seems like he's pretty fixated on making it a global currency at this point. However, the obvious choice really does seem to be none other than Cardano. The reason being is Cardano, not only is it the 3rd most energy efficient, but Cardano is the number 4 biggest cryptocurrency right now in the world, and Dogecoin is still a meme coin. It's still a meme coin. Cardano has already legitimized itself with actual products, but Cardano on the other hand is just a much more secure cryptocurrency, and the fact of the matter is that they're more reliable, trustworthy, and established. Cardano is just a lot more environmentally friendly, and I think it comes to a point that now companies, as they're evaluating potentially using Bitcoin, they have to kind of take a reflection and think about it. Is Bitcoin really what we want to be using, considering how bad it is for the environment in a way? Even though this is being disputed and this is a pretty controversial topic, there's no denying that Bitcoin does have very high energy consumption compared to something like Cardano. So this could definitely be a major catalyst for Cardano going forward and leads to a lot more long-term upside. And so now let's talk about the technicals and where it could be going. So right off the bat, we can see how we had this strong resistance level up here, up here at about $1.80, right? We were struggling to break this level up over here. But guess what happened? Today we had a big squeeze. We broke out of this level. We had an influx of buyer demand. Even volume, as you can see, spiked up aggressively with a lot of buyers really jumping into it. And as you can see, even right now, we're pulling back. But guess where we are? We're now trying to turn that previous level of resistance into support. So now what you want to see is it maintain this level and follow through higher. By breaking below, essentially by breaking below it, that will show that there's not enough buyer demand to commit to this price level. Now what we need to see is buyers actually commit to this level rather than it dropping back down, because if it drops back down, a lot of people, will have their stop losses right over here, and you can expect some profit taking and a drop back down to this level right over here. So that's why it's going to be important to maintain this price level. Along with that, the red MACD line has crossed above the green signal line, showing very strong buyer demand. But overall, yup, we are overbought on the RSI. So I think this is a healthy little correction, a healthy dip, because it's not sustainable if we kept going up and up, right? If we just kept going up, the bubble would pop and a much larger downfall would ensue. So I think this is a healthy pullback before an ultimate move to the upside. Now if we go to the 30-minute time frame, we can see how we were in a way forming the symmetrical triangle right over here, right? We were getting tighter and tighter and tighter in this range. We broke above our our previous, is resistance right over here at about, $1.75. We broke above that, and that's another reason why we got this massive break to the upside. Now, since that break, we can see how we're now forming higher highs and higher lows and starting this uptrend pattern. Now, going back to the hourly, one thing I am liking is, as you can see, we're now turning that previous level of resistance into support on this green candle, and we're turning the 9 EMA, which is this blue line, into support as well. The reason I love the 9 EMA is essentially when a stock, when Cardano, when any crypto is above the 9 EMA, it shows that buyers are controlling the trend, and it shows that they're willing to pay a premium compared to Cardano's shorter term average price. So by being above it, it shows that buyers are excited and they're controlling the trend. Like, moment we break below the 9 EMA, push up and turn it into resistance, we can see how the trend changes in a downward direction. But as long as we push up, pull back, hold it as support, maintain it, and follow through higher, that will continue to validate the trend and show buyer commitment to the price action and price reversal. If we're going to the 4-hour chart, we can see how the red MACD line has crossed above the green signal line, showing that somewhat of the longer term momentum has again shifted in favor of the buyers. And as you can see, we were forming this higher high and higher low pattern on the 4-hour chart as well, and now it seems like we've in a way broken out of it and are attempting to turn the top resistance line into support. You can see the very bottom of this red candle is essentially right at this top resistance line, right? In a way, trying to turn that previous level of resistance again into support and now maintain this price action. So if we can, in a way, turn this into support and get a bounce higher, I think there's a lot more upside still yet to come, because this is a major resistance break and a major support level that it's now turned into. So now that you get a rough understanding of the technicals, let's talk about my price target and my exact strategy to profit. So on a follow through higher, if you can now follow through and break above this high and form a new high, only then would I really be looking to buy into Cardano, because for all we know, we kind of consolidate and head lower, right? Because this is a pretty big move to the upside, so there's definitely a likelihood that a lot of people decide to take profit and we correct ourselves. So in order for me to buy and to see validation and follow through in the trend, I'll be waiting for a break above these highs. Now, if we do break these highs, let's see where we could be headed. So if we put in the fib lines from the swing high down to the swing low, our next fib level is all the way up here at about 1.987, right? We have our fib level right over here where we'll definitely face our next level of resistance. So I could definitely see a push up to here, where we then begin to consolidate and form our new high. Above that, the next fib level would be all the way up here, right over here at about 2.618. This would be approximately, a 20% upside from where we are right now. So not a bad return, not a bad short-term return. And I definitely think that our first fib level is where we find initial resistance, but maybe if we continue the uptrend for the next couple of weeks, the second fib level seems very likely. However, if we fail to maintain this price level and continue lower, let's talk about how to play that and how to anticipate what could happen, because it's always good to know how to trade both sides, right? If we fail to get a follow through, it's very likely that we head lower. So if we do continue lower, the first level of support I see it having is down here at this previous level of resistance here at about 1.82. Even when we pushed up, right? We came back down, turned that previous level of resistance into support right over here on this red candle before following through higher. So definitely right here about 1.82, we can expect to find some support. Now below that, if you continue breaking even lower, then I think a major level of support will be down here all the way at about 1.7, where we had support over here, support, somewhat of resistance in this area. So 1.7 is going to be a key level of support. And even if I place in the fib line from this swing low all the way up to this swing higher right over here, we can see that the support levels I was talking about fall essentially right at the fib level, but another crucial fib level is going to be the 50 right here at 1.78. Essentially, the 50 fib level is like the make or break. If it breaks below the 50, you can expect a lot more downside, but if we pull back, maintain the 50 as support and follow through higher, that's going to be a big indicator that we're setting up for a much larger reversal higher, and you would want to be buying into that follow through and into that bounce from this 50. So if we do get a correction above a big correction, definitely expect this 50 here at 1.78 to act as a big level of support before we see an ultimate bigger reversal to the upside. And with that being said, if you want to learn technical analysis for yourself and a lot of advanced trading strategies, be sure to check out the Gen Z Trader Academy down below to learn technical analysis for yourself and how to make better entry and exit decisions. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy, clocking out for now. Peace.